You have entered the Prep Zone tonight. Lakeshore Titans come to Pearl River to take on the Rebels here in Pearl River. It's a District 7-4A matchup. Big district game for both of these teams. The stats don't look good in the win-loss column on either one of these teams, but I can tell you one thing. Both teams won a victory. Andrew Franzella here to call it with me. Tiger Edwards, give us the rundown, big boy.
Yeah, I mean, not looking too great right now, but this is a big turning point in the season, at least for Pearl River. They went up to Franklinton, and man, they were close, 34-20. They had a lead in that game, but they lost that one. And then Lakeshore, they're sitting at 0-5, still looking for that first elusive victory. They got shut out by Hammond last week, 26-0. But looking over to tonight, we have a freshman starting quarterback for Lakeshore, Nathan Fashaw. It'll be interesting to see him play. If he can make him pay. I was there first game of the season with Pearl River, and Pope John Paul threw it all over Pearl River. So if Fashaw can throw the ball a little bit. And then also Ducree, Brandon Ducree, the running back, 6 foot, 215, big old boy for Lakeshore.
For Pearl River, they're going to counter with Brent Bourgeois. Number 10, the fullback, got lots of yards. Throw the records out. It means nothing. Both these teams won a victory. Lakeshore at Pearl River. Pregame with Coach Chris Thomas. Coach, 1-4, 0-5. That don't mean anything. You guys want a victory.
We want to win. The record doesn't mean anything right now. They're a good football team, and they've been playing some good opponents. They got a few injuries. I believe that's what he told me, but that still doesn't mean anything. He's got athletes on that team with some speed and got some strength on them. So we're just going to come out here and try to play some football and hopefully walk away with a win.
Went back to the wing tee, starting to give that ball to Brent Bourgeois. Give us a rundown on the young man.
Well, he's a 4-year player for us. He's a senior this year. He's just been running hard, running physical in there. He's kind of hard to bring down if you just try to arm tackle him. The offensive line's been doing a wonderful job blocking. You know, they know their assignments inside and out, so it's a good thing to watch that wing team move.
Okay, offensively, they're going to spread it out, probably throw the ball with Fields. What are you going to do to counteract that?
We're just going to play our defense. We run out of odd stack, and we're just going to do different things out of the odd stack to try to cause some type of confusion and some type of breakdown.
Pregame with Coach Rao. Coach, I heard that it looks like the emergency room in the field house these days.
Oh, yeah. We have a lot of injuries, but that just means some young kid got to get in and step up and play football.
What is Fields back this week? I think he's back, right?
He's limited. We're going to start Nathan Fashaw. He'll get some time, but he's limited. He still has that high ankle sprain, but he can go in an emergency.
Okay. Offensively, they've got a real good running back, probably leaving the parish and rushing and everything. So you know that you and I and they know he's going to get the ball. What you going to do to stop him?
Hey, we're concentrating on that all week. You know, number 10, he's a real good ball player. You know, and he ran the ball hard against Franklinton last week and really had a good game. So, obviously, you know, our intent is to stop him tonight to be able to win the ball game.
And we're getting set to kick this one away. Austin Fashaw for the Pearl River Rebels, number 19. And they go for the little squib right there, and the ball gets on the ground. I think Pearl River might have recovered this one. And it is going to be Pearl River football, so right out the gate, District 7-4A matchup. This is a big one, Tiger Edwards.
Unbelievable right there. And I know we talked about it pre-game. The records mean nothing to these kids. Both teams want to win this game, and that just goes to show you right there. Pearl River comes out, a little sneaky kickoff, and boom.
Yeah, gutsy call from Coach Chris Thomas, and so now they're going to come out with Fashaw leading the way. Check that, Zach Vicknair at the quarterback position, leading the troops for Pearl River as they go ahead and get about 6 yards out the gate. Tiger, talk a little bit about the offense that Pearl River likes to run.
This is the wing tee. It's a throwback old-time system, but it's a misdirection offense. They want you thinking they're going one way, and they're actually coming back the other.
This time they go to number 20, Aaron Roberson, off the right side, and he's fighting ahead. Looks like it's going to be just a tad short. Bring up 3rd down and short.
That time they got in a tight end and a receiver over, so they were overloaded to that side, handed the ball to Roberson, and he got pretty good yardage, brings up 3rd and 1. This is the kind of situation you want to be in offensively, 3rd and short.
And they're going to get just that. Vic Nair goes under center. He's got Roberson and Brent Bourgeois in the backfield. Man in motion. They give it off to Bourgeois, but he's stuffed at the line, and he's going to drive ahead for a couple yards.
Good effort right there, Andrew. Bourgeois, initial looked like he was stopped, but he kept churning, kept his legs pumping, picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, Gerard Simone, number 33 for the Titans, 5'9", 155-pound senior on the tackle. 1st down, though, for the Rebels. They move inside the 35-yard line of Lakeshore. And this time they go to Roberson off the right side. He gets good yardage again. Staying ahead of the chains, Tiger.
The one thing that we heard going in is that they like to give the ball to number 10, Brent Bourgeois. 90-something% of the time already we've seen Roberson handle. I think Bourgeois has handled it 2 times, Roberson 2. So they're going to try to mix it up. They don't, although they know Bourgeois is their go-to guy. They've got to rely on everybody else because because Lakeshore will be keying on Bourgeois.
That's a good point. As they hand it off inside on the little dive, and he's taken down nicely on the tackle is number 52, Zach Licklider. Nice play right there.
I don't know if it was a good play defensive, but I don't know if you noticed, but the wingback coming around, they had somebody coming out thinking he was getting the ball. That's what happens is that quarterback turns his back to the play, and he's going to fake or hand off to a myriad of people, and you've got to keep them all honest.
Vic Nair this time goes to Bourgeois. Bourgeois is taken down. He's going to be short. It's going to bring up 4th down around the 26-yard line. Number 64, Brandon Ducree on the tackle, 6'2", 240-pound senior nose tackle.
I don't think there's any doubt we're not lining up for a field goal here. We're going on 4th down.
Yeah, that'd be a 43-yard field goal. They're going to line up. Send Roberson in motion. They roll out right, and they throw a little pass out there on the right side. Great play call right there by Coach Thomas out to Devin Penton, 5'6", 135-pound sophomore. This leaked him out there, Tiger.
That play right there, Andrew, is called a waggle. With a play-action pass, they pull the guard, and I'm going to tell you number 53, Devin 7, pulled on that and had a good block right on the line of scrimmage. Enough time for Vic Nair to find the open man, Penton, and a 1st down.
And so now it's going to be a 1st down and goal. They give it to Roberson, but he fumbles. I think Vic Nair was able to fall on top of it. He was able to, and they're going to retain possession. Simone was right there to catch up the cough from Roberson. Fortunate Pearl River to hold on to the football.
They went with a little counter back inside right there, but there was a mishandle of the exchange between Vic Nair and Roberson. So instead of, I think the ball's out just past the 10-yard line. So 2nd and goal from the 10.
Yeah, 10 or 11-yard line. Hard to tell from here. They send Roberson in motion. They give it off the left side and taken down. I think that was Penton. In fact, it was.
Yeah, Penton, nice attempt by him, but unable to get something going. He's only 5'6", 135 pounds, but he threw his whole body in that. I think it's at the 10 now, so it's 3rd down goal at the 10.
3rd and goal. Zach McNair 5 foot, 150-pound sophomore at quarterback. They started with Q Odom, and then they moved to Vic Nair at quarterback. This time he's going to roll out to the right. There's a flag on the play, but it looks like he has some room on the right side. Is he going to get there? No, I think Vic Nair stopped short by the Titan defense.
But there's a flag on the field, as you noted. We're looking at Sergeant Rogers, the white hat for tonight's game.
We'll see what the call. Yeah, it's going to be pushed back. I don't think he's officially made the call yet. Illegal shift on Pearl River. It's going to push him back to the 15-yard line. And I like the play call. It was sort of like a naked bootleg.
Correct, correct. Same kind of play action, except he appeared like he was going to pass, but he tucked it and ran and got it close. That would have been an interesting call on 4th and a foot.
Now going to have to reach into the playbook, see how Coach Thomas calls this one. Vic Nair under center. Roberson in motion. They hand it off to Bourgeois, who bounces off the right side. Bourgeois has a little area, cuts it inside. Brett Bourgeois, touchdown Rebels.
Wow, Bourgeois cuts it back, and when he does, he realizes there's something to the outside, and you saw that burst of speed. Next thing you know, he's in the end zone, and the Rebels are on the scoreboard at 6-0 with 6:25 to go in the first period.
Great run right there by Bourgeois to bounce it to the outside and then have the speed to finish it off. And now Austin Fashaw, the junior, on to kick this extra point. It's a line drive, but it goes through. So Pearl River here at home is up 7-0. 6:25 left to go in the first quarter. They're playing Lakeshore. So last time we saw Austin Fashaw set up to kick this football, they kicked a little dribbler. This time he's going to kick it about 30 yards deep and taking off the left side. Good field position out to the 39-yard line for the Lakeshore Titan offense. First time we're going to see him today. And the first time we're going to see Nathan Fashaw, the freshman, here at the quarterback position. Dylan Fields, number 15, the normal starting quarterback. He went out last week, rolled his ankle. And here's Fashaw already in shotgun. Tremendous runner is Fashaw. This time he hands it off to David Ducree, 6 foot, 215-pound sophomore. Sophomore, Tiger.
Sophomore. Nice size, ran hard right up in the middle, got good yardage on first down. So you see we have probably now the opposite offensively from this team, and that they get wide and they want to try to use their speed. Although they went up the middle that time, they want to use their speed.
Yeah, this time still Ducree in the back. They're going to hand it off to Ducree off the left side. He turns it up. He's got some room. I don't know if it's going to be caught. There goes Ducree down the sideline. Inside the 5. Touchdown, Lakeshore. Second offensive play of the game.
I think I just said speed, and that's what happened. They want to get the ball to the outside. They got in a bunch look with 3 receivers. They blocked down. He found a seam between them. One guy blocked out, 2 guys blocked down. He found a seam, and he was not touched.
That's how Coach Rout orders it up. And now the ensuing extra point to try and tie it up here at 7 apiece. On the kick is Austin LeBlanc. Low snap. They get it up. I don't think that he did not. So it's going to be 7-6. Pearl River still leading here at home against Lakeshore. 5:32 left to go in the first quarter. Number 11, Austin LeBlanc, to kick this off. Sitting in the end zone for Pearl River, Jerry Davis, along with Nick Pichon. Nice kick right there by LeBlanc, and Pichon, he struggles fielding it. Now he picks it up. He tries to reverse fields, and he's taken down by a slew of Titans.
Well, that was a costly miscue right there, not catching the ball. I think he took his eyes off of it, looked up the field, misplayed the ball, and now Pearl River's got to play a first down inside their 5-yard line. First interesting stat of the evening. First drive for Pearl River was 5 minutes and 35 seconds, resulted in a touchdown. First drive for the visiting Lakeshore Titans was 48 seconds and resulted in a touchdown. Time of possession way ahead. Pearl River score tied.
And there goes the handoff to the right side, and somehow he breaks through. Is that Bourgeois? But then there's a fumble on the back end. Who comes up with the football? Lakeshore has recovered. Turnover by Pearl River. Costly.
Once again, a nice run by Bourgeois as he bounced it outside. He's been able to find that and look like he got a first down, but then turned over the football.
You probably just saw a great sideline shot from Rhett Sharp. Looked like the crown of the helmet hit the ball and popped it loose, and now Lakeshore finds themselves at the 15-yard line where Fashion is in the backfield with Ducree.
They go to that bunch formation. Look from the come right.
Yeah, trips right. This time Ducree, great running up the middle. Breaks a couple of arm tackles. He gets 3 or 4. Tried to cut it back there.
Little trap action right up the middle. Got some yardage. Hard running by Ducree, but not the result he had on the last carry.
So Pearl River comes out, and they score the football on that opening drive. Took some time off that clock, but now Lakeshore seems to hit the momentum button. They go 2 in the backfield. Rex Shepard back there with Ducree. And this time Fashion pulls it out. He's off the left side, and Fashion is in the end zone.
Wow. Wow. There's that speed. That's why Coach Rout likes that spread offense. Fake inside. Fashion gets the corner, and right away, I'm having a hard time thinking that even though he's diminutive, Fashion doesn't seem like a freshman for sure.
No, not in the least. He's very speedy, and right there, Pearl River crept their linebackers up. And that was a great job by Fashion to pull it and take it to the outside. And now LeBlanc on for the extra point. Another low snap, and they get it up this time. And it's good, so it's 13-7 here at Pearl River. Lakeshore has taken the lead. 4:29 left to go here in the first quarter. Austin LeBlanc to kick it off with Davis deep along with Pichon. Let's see if they field it cleanly this time. Pichon does, but it's going to be a touchback. Bring it out to the 20-yard line. Tiger, how about this stat? Lakeshore has only run 4 offensive plays. They got 2 touchdowns off it.
That's Coach Rout's liking that right now. Conversely, Coach Thomas is not liking that. He's got to get some help from his defense against this speedy Lakeshore club.
Vic Nair with Roberson and Bourgeois in the backfield. They give it off to Bourgeois. He tries to make it to the outside. Plenty of Titans there on the tackle. Looks like 13 Anthony Mays, the 6'2", 180-pound senior, led the charge.
Just handed that ball right off of left guard. Roberson looking to try to bounce it off outside, but gang tackle. That's how you stop someone like Bourgeois. You got to gang tackle him.
Yeah, good defensive pursuit on the part of the Titans. We're under 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. We're here at Pearl River Stadium. This time they send Penton out there, and they throw a little flare pass and get it out to Pichon. About 3 yards on the pickup to the 25-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and 4.
I think he might have been able to get some more yardage had the ball not been thrown down around his shoe tops. But good play to catch that ball and then turn it up. 3rd and 5. From this angle, looks like 3rd and 5.
It's hard to tell. They go 5-man front. Does Lakeshore. There's Vic Nair. He's rolling out, throwing across his body, and he goes to Penton and right through the breadbasket.
Ooh, again open. They're running that waggle pass where they fake the ball to the running back and come back and sprint out around. Again, hits the receiver. He doesn't put it away. So 4th down, they're going to have to punt.
And another play by Lakeshore. I mean, Pearl River came out. They had that squib kick that they recovered, scored a touchdown, and now Lakeshore has been resurgent. And here is the punt by Fashion, fielded on the run by Jared Scott, and he's taken down to the 35-yard line, but an incredible field position once more.
Yeah, great field position now for Lakeshore. They've already scored on their first 2 possessions of the ball game. Now you're giving them the ball at basically your 36.
We'll see how the Rebels defense holds up. They go 3 to the left, 1 right, empty backfield for Fashion. There's Ducree in the left slot. They move Jared Scott in motion, and they're going to pull it from Scott. This time Fashion takes it down, cuts it up the gut, and he's going to fumble. And Pearl River comes up with the football. So both teams struggling to hold on to the football. Fashaw coughs it up. Turnover.
Really a good play by Fashawn initially, faking it, reading the defense. He tucks it up and runs, but he didn't tuck it up and in. And good job by the Rebel defense, who I saw Coach Thomas talking to those guys saying, you guys got to stay at home, do your job, cut everybody off, make a play. They just made a play.
And that time it's tough. They got trips to the left, and they move Scott in motion, who's potentially their best player. Great job of staying at home. Here comes Vic Nair. They hand it off to Penton. They give it right back to him. Taken down from the backside. That's a great tackle right there by Simone, who we've called 3 or 4 times already tonight. Gerard Simone.
Gerard looks like he can get sideline to sideline, which you got to like for a linebacker. Pickup of 2, 2nd down and 8.
Moving just inside 2 minutes in this first quarter. Here on this near sideline, Vic Nair gives off to Roberson, and they tried to go underneath to Penton. I think they might have gotten more yards. They had Roberson take it to the far side of the field. Try to get a little tricky. What did they try to do there?
Right. They hand it to Roberson as he's breaking off. He inside handoff to the wingback coming around. And everybody, a little misdirection there. Everybody stayed at home on the Lakeshore defense, shut down the play. 3rd down, 9.
Long 3rd down for Pearl River. Let's see if they try and roll Vic Nair out on another throw. And they do. They roll him out. They throw it out to Bourgeois, who then makes a great cut and gets the 1st down out to the 48-yard line. Great play right there by Brent Bourgeois.
Nothing fancy about that. We've seen that play 4 or 5 times this evening. Run somebody out into the flat, dump the ball to them. Lakeshore is going to have to make an adjustment to cover that back coming out of the flat.
I like Bourgeois, the way he turned the ball upfield as well. 1:05, clock ticking here in this first quarter.
4-year player here for Coach Thomas.
And there is Bourgeois. And the ball goes on the ground this time. And who has the football?
There's a tug right there. Looks like they're pointing down, so no signal.
Waiting for the white cap.
No. They called it down.
They called him down. Tiger, I saw that. He was not down.
You're saying no.
2nd down and 9. So Pearl River survives the scare right there. I'm not sure 18 seconds They may wait till the second quarter to get this last play off. Inside of 10 seconds. We'll see. 2nd down and 9 for Vic Nair. Roberson and Bourgeois. They hand it off to Roberson off the right side. And he gets a solid 6 yards. And that's how we're going to end the first quarter, as Lakeshore is up here at Pearl River, 13-7. We're going to the second. Second quarter underway. Aaron Davis, 5'9", 255-pound senior. He's the center for this Pearl River football team. And this time they hand it off to Bourgeois, who finds a little bit of a hole, and he's going to get the first down. Coach Craig Jones, the defensive coordinator for Lakeshore, is wondering how can he stop Brent Bourgeois.
Well, even though I know, you know, he knows, and everybody else in the stand knows that Brent's going to get the football, it's one thing to know that and one thing to stop him. And he's going to have a gang tackle. That time they had 2 or 3 on him, but Bourgeois does not go down easy. So don't let him get his momentum going.
Five-man front. 2 linebackers for Lakeshore. They hand it off to Pishaw on the left side. Pishaw, does he have the speed? He gets around the end. Nobody's going to catch Nick Pishaw. Touchdown, Pearl River.
That time they pulled 2 guards, gave it to the wing back, and really got outside the edge and into the end zone once again. The mindset is we got to stop Bourgeois, so everybody in tight trying to stop him. Pishaw gets out around the end behind both the pulling guards. Touchdown, Pearl River.
Great 39-yard run right there by Pishaw. And now the ensuing extra point. Austin Fashaw. Great snap, hold. And that's good. Pearl River answers the call. They're back on top, 14-13 against Lakeshore High School. 11-10 to go in the second quarter. Coming off of Pishaw's run, which has Pearl River up by 1 point. Here's Fashaw with the kickoff to the right side where Scott fields it at his own 15. He's looking back to the right, and he's going to break it to the outside. There's Jared Scott. He's going to the sideline. And Scott gets out to about the 42, 43-yard line. Great return right there by Jared Scott.
Andrew, that time he got it headed straight up and then ran all the way across the field and got some good yardage, got it out to the 40, looks like about the 43-yard line, but he probably ran 60 yards total.
Coach Rout won't mind. Good starting field position right here for Lakeshore, as they have Shepard and Ducree in the backfield with Fashaw. They hand it off to Ducree up the gut, who hurdles a guy and is still running. There goes Ducree. Wow, look at Ducree go, and he's finally pulled down inside the 30-yard line, but what an incredible run right there by Brandon Ducree.
He exploded up the middle. It looked like he hopped over somebody and finally got his footing and then just exploded, as I said. Big first down and then some. And they're at about the 26-yard line.
Great run by the sophomore, Ducree. And he really helped to take the pressure off Nathan Fashaw playing quarterback. And this time they're going to go, no, Fashaw's going to pull it. Dangerous play right there. Now he thinks about throwing it, and he's going to get sacked. Way back at the 32-yard line.
J.J. Migliori on the stop right there. Now, I want to back up to what I said before. That was a freshman mistake right there because he looked like he was going to go throw it. That was obviously a run play. What he needed to do was just tuck it and get whatever he could.
This time they go empty backfield. 3 to the right, twins left. They throw a little bubble screen out there to Jared Scott. Scott He doesn't get anything. 2 yards maybe, and there's a flag on the play.
And I thought for a minute there was a fumble, but no. And there's a flag on the play.
We'll check in with the Whitecap about the flag. That time they try to get some confidence going for Fashion. Easy throw. It's going to get a personal foul against Pearl River. So that's a real killer, as they had Lakeshore on a 3rd and long.
Wow.
And that's going to be a first down for Lakeshore at Pearl River's 15-yard line.
Huge penalty, Andrew. Wow, huge penalty.
We've seen huge turnovers, and we've seen now huge penalties in this game. I don't know if we would have expected this, Tiger Edwards. It's been a scoring fest early. Shepard, Ducree with Fashion. This time they hand it to Ducree. And Ducree's taken down in the, yeah, he's gonna lose 5 or 6 yards. That's not his game.
No. He's got to be going. He can't. When they string it out to the sideline, he's not running north and south. He's going east and west. That's not what he needs to do. That was a big loss. Great play by the Pearl River defense. They were all over that play.
Critical yardage. Backs him up to the 23-yard line. 8-yard loss. So 2nd and 18. Trips right. Tyler Timms to the left of Fashion. Fashaw, he's looking down the seam. This time he's going to tuck it and run. Fashaw makes a cut inside and gets the yardage back and even adds 2 or 3 on top of that.
Nice tackle right there by Daniel Boyette. Stepped inside and made the tackle. Open field, so good job by him. That Fashion's, he's speedy. He's a little elusive himself. You can hardly see him. You know, he's just.
Yeah, I think you make a good point. It's hard to see him coming out the backfield. I mean, look at him next to Ducree. It's like his big brother out there. Fashion, 3rd down and 9 from the 14-yard line. He looks over the middle, throws it inside to Rex Shepard. And that's not Shepard, but that's a touchdown. Nonetheless, Xavier Chapman on the reception and puts Lakeshore right back on top.
That time they faked the double. He turned to look like he was going to throw the bubble screen out here to the right. Post pattern by the wide receiver, and Fashion drilled it right in there.
Yeah, he really threw it. I thought Chapman was a little exposed. The safety was late getting over. Touchdown Lakeshore. Here's LeBlanc to tack on the extra point. That one is true. Lakeshore is up 20-14 here at Pearl River. 7:44 left to go in this second quarter. Great game. The Titans on the kick. Great quarterback play by Fashaw. Puts him back on top. Great high end-over-end kick. Fielded by Pichon. And he gets out to the 18-yard line. Great tackle right there by Tyler Timms. 5'10", 175-pound senior wide receiver.
Well, we got us a barn burner here. I'm going to tell you, they're going back and forth. So it makes it very important every time that each team gets the ball that they either stop the other team, or if they have the ball, they drive down and score, because it's going to be a slugfest, judging on this early scoring spree.
Both offenses playing really well. And that one's handed up off the left guard. Bourgeois garnered 4 yards on the play, bring up 2nd and 6 from the 28-yard line. Check that, 23-yard line. Bourgeois. This time they hand it off to Roberson. No, that's Bourgeois up the gut.
Yeah,
now they fooled me.
Yeah, they ran the trap that time. We had a little motion, ran the trap. Of course, like I said, they're turning. Quarterback turns his back, and he's either giving or faking to 2 or 3 different people, so it's hard to judge. But Bourgeois broke right through there, got the first down, and again, it's incumbent upon the offense for Pearl River to keep this thing going.
Yeah, both offenses are doing a great job running the football. They put 3 in the backfield, Penton, Bourgeois, and Roberson. They hand it off to Bourgeois. So they keep going to Bourgeois right now, and he gets them 5 yards.
They're using a variety of plays. They're using a trap. They're using what is like normally called a power, and then you're using something called a buck sweep. So all different kinds of ways to give it to him, and all different kinds of ways for him to run. And let's face it, he's good.
No doubt about that. Let's see if they get Bourgeois. They keep going to him up the middle. They might go outside here soon. McNair, give it to Roberson with Bourgeois leading the way, and Roberson breaks a tackle.
Yeah, that exactly what you said. They went outside this time. Roberson became a blocker, and excuse me, not Roberson. Bourgeois became a blocker. Roberson followed it up there, and he almost stepped out of one tackle and almost broke it there, but Lakeshore brought him down. But another first down for the Rebels.
First down from their own 44-yard line. We're inside 5 minutes, 30 seconds to play here in this second quarter. It's been a great first half. We've seen plenty of scoring from both sides. Pearl River, a little trickery from the beginning with the little squib kick that they recovered and started us off with the scoring. There's McNair, and he fumbled the ball. And who jumps on top of it? They're signaling that Pearl River, again, that's the second time that's happened. They fumbled the ball, and they've jumped back on top.
Good hustle right there by Pearl River to get on the football. And I like how the offensive staff here at Pearl River has mixed up the different types of runs.
This time they hand it off to Bourgeois, who spins out to the left side and gets 3 yards on the carry to the 48-yard line.
That time they went more of a double slot look with Bourgeois. He hits it up in the middle on a trap that's obviously going nowhere, decides to spin it out and around and picks up three yards. So, you know, he's making something out of nothing sometimes.
Also brings up third down. Under 4 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Third down and 6. He rolls out, does McNair. He's thinking about running it. Now he's going to throw it long, and he throws an interception. Great interception and pick by Cody Doucette, the 5'5", 140-pound freshman.
That time he went to an intermediate route and did not see Doucette coming underneath the route, and he should have put a little bit more air on that one.
Yeah, it looks like he was going to Charles Snyder, number 80, and he tried to gun it in there, and he didn't see number 6, Doucette, reading his eyes. Turnover, and Lakeshore takes over at the 37-yard line.
3:47 to go in the first half. 20-14, Lakeshore.
And that's going to be a false start. Miscommunication right there by the offensive line. It's a lot of guts by Nathan Fashon, a freshman. I mean, you look at him in the huddle right there. The offensive line is towering over him, but he's demanding respect with his play right now.
Very much so. He's letting his play speak loudly to his teammates.
Ducree in the backfield with Fashaw. Twins right and Twins left. Fashaw now looks right over the middle, and that's complete to Rex Shepard. Look at Fashaw slinging the ball.
I tell you what, man, he's right on the number. That time he looked left and got the safety kind of cheating that way and came back right and put the ball right on the money. Yeah, man, I like the way he throws the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to teach those types of instincts that he can look left, but then come back to his right and still make a good throw. Great job by Fashaw. They go tight this time, and they hand it off to Ducree. They just need to get Ducree that little bit of space to get him rolling, and then he's so difficult to stop.
Yeah, with the penetration right there by the Pearl River defense, he looked like he didn't know exactly which way to go, and he doesn't really have that burst that he had earlier in the game. He had a lot of room when he made that long touchdown run. The Rebels doing a better job of hemming him in now.
Trips right. And they tried to time the snap. Was number 2, R.J. DeLon. They're discussing. And offsides. Move him to the 38-yard line.
Clock running, 2:35 to go in the half.
2nd down and 5. Empty backfield this time. Trips right, Twins left. Fashaw. Ducree in motion. He keeps it himself, and Fashaw takes it off the left side, makes a spin move, and gets the first down. This Fashaw kid is something special from the backfield as well.
I'm liking what I'm seeing. He's pretty cool. He's cool as a cucumber, as they'd say back in the old days. He did a good job reading the play and put a little spin move a la Brent Bourgeois right there. And first down for the Titans.
And we're inside 2 minutes to play, so we'll see Lakeshore. They hammer this clock down. Ducree, Tim's on the left side, Trips to the right. They hand it off to Ducree. He takes it off the right side. Now he's up the gut. Lowers the boom a couple times and gets the first down.
Again, he got the ball, seeing that it was kind of bottled up. He slide step to the right and got some running room. I don't want to say around the end, but around the tackle, and got it down inside the 20.
So they'll play it from the 17-yard line. Lakeshore's knocking on the door again. They're up 20-14 right now. We're under a minute and a half to play here in this first half. They hand it off to Ducree. He's trying to stretch the field, and there's nothing doing right there, Tiger.
No. They went to the short side of the field. I don't think that's his strong suit. You got to get him wide if you're going to give him the ball. Let him get a little running room, get a little run, and he's got to go north and south. We're going to be down under a minute here.
Both teams have their full complement of timeouts.
See, I would have called timeout then. But Coach Rout probably likes what he's got called.
2nd and 8. Ducree up the middle, and now they're going to use a timeout.
Yep.
With 40 seconds left to play here in this first half. Lakeshore's up 20-14 against Pearl River, but they're knocking.
Team right there. All right, 3rd down now and 8 with 40.5 seconds to go.
Fashaw, he's looking left, and then he throws it underneath, and it's going to be picked off by Pearl River. Great play right there by Eric Ward, the 205-pound senior.
Ward sniffed that one out. The 32. Shepard ran that seam route again that they'd hit on a couple of times. Vashon looked at him and then came back underneath and picked off.
Great job that time by Ward. 33 seconds in the first half. We'll see what Pearl River elects to do. They hand it off inside to Bourgeois.
Look, they're blowing the whistle, and he's just now going down.
Yeah,
got 3 or 4 guys on him, and he's just now going down when they blow the whistle. He's got some great legs, good strength. They're going to let this one run out, and we're going to go to half with Lakeshore up by 6, 20-14 at Pearl River.
Ladies and gentlemen, now taking the field, Lakeshore Fighting Titan Band, led by drum majors Brian Hart and Caleb Taylor. Tonight, the Fighting Titan Band presents 2 musical selections from the hit movie Grease. Please give a rounding rebel and rounding Titan welcome. Put your hands together for Lakeshore Fighting Titan Band. captain Stevie Johnson. Woodland captain Zach Williams and Billy Howe. And Starlight's co-captain Alan Schwartz and Taylor Littner. The Lakeshore Fighting Titan Band, a Starlight color guard under the direction of Mrs. Jessica Rosanna. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, we call them the Fun Bunch, the Wild Bunch. How about the dance team? Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, please put your hands together for the Lakeshore High School Silver Stars. Led by Captain Larry Casborn and co-captains Tiffany Outwood, and Eric LeBlanc. The Silver Stars will be dancing their prom routine to a black-eyed mixed peas. Peas mix. How's that all sound like that? This year's show from Dave's Rock Band sticks. The band will open with Best of Time, and Too Much Time on My Hands. The band will then play Come Sail Away, the trumpet soloist, Caitlin Gomez. The band will then split to the Portland High School dance team. So without further ado, I proudly present to you your Rebel Marching Band! marching band. Well, the band will be performing at the Liberty Bowl on December 28th. So make sure you get out your video cameras and get ready. So the band will split the field and let's give them a big Pearl River and Lakeshore welcome to our home, Pearl River High School Southern Sweethearts.
Hey, it's halftime. You know what time it is. Time for Play of the Week from last week's game this week. Right now. Are you following me? Good. Let me set it up for you. Salmon versus St. Paul's late, fourth quarter. Salmon up 6-3. St. Paul's has Salmon pinned down. 3rd and 30 at the 30. Screen pass. Chris Thomas, watch him go the distance.
It's not going to be good giving them back the football. That's what I say. All right, Crochet dropping. Screen underneath to Thomas. Got a couple of blocks. Here he goes. Chris Thomas. Chris Thomas. What a move. Touchdown. Whoa. Holy cow. Just when the Wolves had them bottled up, Chris Thomas takes it to the house. Wow. Are you kidding me? Andrew.
70-yard touchdown pass.
You can't order it up like that. 3rd and 30.
With an excellent block.
They only rush 3, and they throw a screen pass and just dink it over the top. And Chris Thomas just has the burst to get into the second level of the defense. He outruns one and then absolutely puts on the brakes and gets to the end zone.
And leaves the defender standing.
Oh, man.
I will say this. There was a couple of linemen that got up the field to get some blocking. I didn't get the numbers, so they had some good blocks in the middle. They got a timeout, 6:34 to go in this one.
How about that, Chris Thomas? But you know, we got more where that came from. This time, later in the quarter, he goes 30 yards. Take a look.
2:32 to go. Again, I got to say, unless it's something along, Chris Thomas is going to get the ball. Left side. Got some yards. Got more in the secondary. Nobody's going to bring him down.
Touchdown, Spartans.
And Chris Thomas with a little icing on the cake right there with 2:22 to go.
Kid's special.
Woo.
I mean, when you give them just a little bit of room. St. Paul's, man, they really played him tough this whole night. They kind of made Coach Leonard and this coaching staff maybe second-guess their plans a little bit. But when Coach Leonard decided to go back to Chris Thomas, I mean, they never looked back, this Spartan team.
Right.
Hey, it was offense and defense, not only Chris Thomas, but Henry Glover, a 34-yard pick six. Get a look at the Salmon defense.
We got some things to iron out. How's that?
Agreed.
Rolling left, delivering, picked off, Henry Glover. This time he's going to try to take it back to the house. Cut across the field, cut back in. Touchdown. Henry Glover with a pick six. As the Spartans have blown the game out here late in this one.
Yeah, you can't say enough about the pressure that the down linemen have put on these St. Paul's quarterbacks. I mean, they've really forced some bad throws.
Wow, offense, defense. The Salmon Spartans are looking strong late in the year. Now, second half action.
The announcer here at Pearl River Stadium is beckoning the crowd to get louder for this second half. Pearl River finds themselves down 6 points, but they are right in this game as they get the football here to start this second half. Pishaw, Jerry Davis back there. Davis runs up and gets it right behind his wall. He finds a seam right up the middle, spins off another tackle. There goes Jerry Davis outside to the 40 and gets to the 42-yard line. He was close to breaking that one, Tiger.
If you'll remember correctly, last year we got to see Jerry Davis take it to the house, not once but twice, in once in each two different ball games. So we know he can hit the home run ball. That time he was one tackler away, first down 10 now for the Rebels.
This is where Vic Nair will take over. Zach Vic Nair, as he hands it off to Roberson, cuts it up the middle for 4 yards. Gets out to, give him the 46.5-yard line. Tucker, not to put you on the spot, but what do you think Coach Jones for Lakeshore, the defensive coordinator, what was he discussing with his team?
He was talking to them about we can't arm tackle Brent Bourgeois. We must bring him down. Everybody must play assignment football. Stay where you are, stay at home, play the plays.
This time they get Penton in the action. He gets 1, maybe 2 yards. Bring up a 3rd and 3. You were saying?
Yes, everybody has to play assignment football defensively. You're responsible for your man in your area, and stay at home, do what you're supposed to, don't get caught looking in the backfield, and probably the paramount thing is wrap up Brent Bourgeois and bring him down if you can.
3rd down and 4. Vic Nair, Penton in motion. They give it off to Bourgeois. And he's going to be stopped short. Brings up 4th and 2. Coach Thomas. Does he go for it?
He might be thinking that right now. He's been moving the football pretty good. And he is thinking about it.
Yeah, he's sending Vic Nair out there like they're going to go for it. We'll see if they run a play. Maybe they try to go with the snap count, draw Lakeshore off sides. Penton, wing right. Roberson and Bourgeois. Now we are going to get a timeout from Coach Thomas with 9:54 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Lakeshore's up 20-14. Big 4th down play right here with Vic Nair under center. They try to go with the quarterback sneak. Does he get there?
I think he did. I think he eventually got there. I think he got stood up initially and then found a little bit of a seam and got the first down. It's going to be on the spot. Sergeant Rogers says, you know what? We're going to take a look. Where's the spot? It's going to be close.
Big call right here coming out the gate. Pearl River decides to go for it essentially in their own territory. We'll see how the chains line up. Bringing it back. And just by the nose of the football, Pearl River first down.
Wow.
That's a big call right there.
That was a big call. Big call, gutsy call. Like I said, initially he got stood up, but Vic Nair was not having any of that. He then found a little seam to the left and tried to push himself forward, and Spot was on the ground, and guess what? First down, Rebels. That was huge, I got to say.
So the drive advances to the 48-yard line. First down and 10. Off to Brent Bourgeois. Bourgeois has a hole off the right side, and he gets out for 7 or so yards.
Lowered his shoulders that time and just, you know, he delivers the lick. He's not going to take the lick. But that's, I'm going to tell you something, that's 4 years of football. He's been out here 4 years. He's been playing, and year by year getting better and better.
You make a great point. Bourgeois has always been great talent to watch. This time they're going to give it to Penton. He gets close to that first down. Maybe Devin Penton is the next round of running backs for Coach Thomas. He's a sophomore this year. Only 5'6", 135 pounds. As he keeps going, he's going to put on more weight.
Absolutely. He's going to, yeah, he needs to get up to Brent Bourgeois size. 3rd down, 1 now for the Rebels.
Aaron Davis, the center, leading the offensive line for Pearl River. They give it off to Bourgeois. How could you not? He's going to get the first down. Tackle on the play by Anthony Mays.
Again, they go right side, and Bourgeois lowers his shoulders, picks up the first down. In the meantime, the clock is running. The one thing you want to do is ball control. Time of possession, I'm sure, if we had the official stats, would favor Pearl River, because the Titans have scored swiftly when they've gotten the ball.
Vic Nair underneath to Bourgeois. He gets down to the 30-yard line.
Yeah,
great running.
Once again, they ran the trap. He found a little seam in there, and he keeps his feet and he keeps moving. And the next thing you know, he's close to a first down.
Maybe for some of our viewers that have not been coaching football as long as you have, what do you mean exactly by they ran the trap?
What they do is they block away from the play, block down away from the play and pull a guard, and they let a man come across the line of scrimmage and trap him, and he usually opens a big hole.
Bourgeois off the left side, spinning out down to the 20-yard line. Brett Bourgeois running hard for Pearl River.
I mean, there's no, this is not rocket science right here. Everybody here that's watching this game knows Brent Bourgeois is going to get the ball. And they're giving it to him in a variety of ways. The thing I like about it is they're mixing it up, and you got to watch, they're going to come back to Pichon or Roberson.
You're right. They had the 39-yard touchdown run in the first half where they gave it off to Pichon on the sweep, and he got to the outside. We'll see if they hit that up. Wing left is Roberson. They go back to Bourgeois. Tackle inside by number 17, James Harkin, 6 foot, 175-pound senior.
Again, they run it inside on the trap. I got one thing to point out here. When they're getting these 3-4 yards in a cloud of dust here, you got something good happening with those big guys up front. The offensive line, hats off to them for pushing Lakeshore off the ball.
This time Roberson off the right side. He's spinning and eventually goes down inside the 15-yard line. Yeah, shout out to that offensive line. Chris Adam, Devin Seven, Aaron Davis, the center, Cody Liebrick, and Mark Liebrick have really been setting the tone in the trenches for Pearl River. And look here, we're under 6 minutes to play, so it's been working the clock here to start this second half.
They basically used up one half of a quarter already.
And they still have some time to go.
That would be how much? An eighth. You're right. I knew you were gonna say that.
I am in college.
Bueller, 1-8.
This time rolling out is Vicknair and try to get a lead blocker out there. Vicknair on the far side, and he gets to the end zone. He does, signaled by the referee.
Again, they went back to the play they ran it. If you remember, early in the first half, I think that play came back, and it got down to the 1, and it came back for a penalty. This is what I'm saying. They are using Brent Bourgeois the right way. Different kinds of looks for him, and then don't give it to him.
Bobbled extra point. Now they try to throw the football. Goes back there. Incomplete, and so that ties it up. Tiger Edwards with 5:16 left to go in this third quarter. It is 20-20 here at Pearl River and Lakeshore. Fashaw to kick it off for Pearl River. This time it goes to Rex Shepard on your far side. He stutters a little bit, cuts up in the inside, makes a couple moves, and eventually is taken down there at the 35-yard line, where Lakeshore is going to take over, led by the freshman quarterback, Nathan Fashaw.
Well, I got to tell you, Pearl River opened the second half with a drive that almost took 7 minutes. Pretty impressive to get it in there. Good running by Bourgeois. And like I said, they like to mix it up. And Vicknair takes it to the house after the fake to Bourgeois. And this game's tied up.
Yeah, really a statement drive by Pearl River. Well done. Good coaching from Chris Thomas. Here's Fashaw, hands it off to Ducree to that short side. What have been your impressions of Fashaw, the freshman quarterback for Lakeshore?
Very athletic, number one. As diminutive as he is, he's got. You can tell that his athleticism, his head, much bigger. So. And his arm. I got to say, I'm impressed with his arm. I mean, he's doing everything right. He's made one mistake. He's made one mistake, and that was the fumble. Other than that.
And the interception.
Yeah. Take that back.
Two. There's Ducree. He tries to cut it back. Great job on this near side tackle by number 22 for Pearl River, J.J. Migliori.
Going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
3rd down and 1. Let's see if Lakeshore is able to answer the momentum that Pearl River put forth. If you didn't catch at the beginning of the game, Pearl River came out. They kicked virtually an onside kick, recovered it, went down and scored, but then back-to-back, Lakeshore put up touchdowns, and they took the lead. This time Pearl River comes out, scores a touchdown. Lakeshore trying to answer. Fashaw, empty backfield. They bring Scott in motion. They're going to give it to Jared Scott. He's got some room off this near side. Jared Scott has a hole. Will he be caught? He's inside the 25-yard line. Jared Scott, is he going to make it? And it is a touchdown for Lakeshore.
That time Scott is in speed motion, gets the handoff from Fashaw, but the play he made is when he cut it up, did the 90-degree cut. He shouldered it in like he was ducking it inside, ran it outside and up, and that's what Lakeshore has over Pearl River is speed.
No doubt about it, and we have a penalty. It's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on Lakeshore. Looked like a little celebration at the end by Jared Scott. So now this is going to make it a very long extra point.
Yes, and not a. This is not.
No, it's going to be. It's going to be assessed on the kickoff.
Kickoff, yes.
Chris Thomas, Coach Thomas, opts to accept that on the kickoff, but there was an incredible amount of running room. Great call right there by Coach Rout. Here's LeBlanc. LeBlanc kicks it good. It's true. 27-20. Lakeshore is up here at Pearl River. They score quickly. 4:03 left to go in the third quarter. And now, Tiger, barring an unforeseen circumstance, it seems as if Pearl River is going to get great field position. Here's LeBlanc to kick it off from their own 25. But LeBlanc has a phenomenal leg out to the 15-yard line. Here's Jerry Davis. Davis goes back to the middle. Now he finds a little hole on the near side. Here's Jerry Davis. Has to make one guy miss and pushed out in the Lakeshore Titan territory at the 48-yard line. Another great return by Jerry Davis.
Davis is just, I mean, we've seen enough of him to know he can go to the distance anytime he's got it. So you can't let him go. Well, I tell you what, it played out in the first series for both teams early in this game. One team would control the football, take a lot of time off the clock, and the other team will score in 1 or 2 or 3 plays. And that's just how it's been.
No doubt about that. We'll see how Pearl River answers. 27-20, as we mentioned. Just saw Lakeshore score. This time it's Pichon off the left side. There is a penalty flag on the field. Not before Pichon picks up 8 yards. Looks like it's in the area of holding. It's going to be just that, pushing back 10 yards. And replay first down.
Well, that's not how you want to start your drive off, with a 10-yard penalty for holding.
Looks like they said spot of the foul, so it'll be 1st and 17. Under 3:45 left to go in this third quarter. Vignair, 3 in the backfield. They hand it off to Pichon off the left side. Pichon gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's where he'll be taken down.
And that was pretty good running right there. And again, because it wasn't Bourgeois, a lot of people were headed in Bourgeois' direction, and Pichon was able to get good running room. Going to bring up 2nd down and 9.
I think you make a great point. Those linebackers get sucked in between the tackles looking for Bourgeois, and instead something comes from the outside. They're doing a nice job of keeping Lakeshore's defense on their heels.
And I got kudos to Zach Vignair. He too has done a good job managing his team. Only one mistake, the interception.
And then they'll go play action over the top, and they got a man wide open. And that's a touchdown for Pearl River. What a call right there. They hit Larry Hale on the touchdown.
That was the Hail Mary. Nice play right there. Great call. Man, faked out everybody in the stadium. And Hail Mary pass for a touchdown.
Hail Mary to Larry Hale. You're so right about that. We were watching, and I saw Hale leak out, and there wasn't a player within 5 yards of him. That is an incredible call right there by Coach Thomas and his offense. And it's true. The extra point ties it up, 27 apiece. Pearl River, Lakeshore, 2:26 left to go in the third quarter. Don't turn the channel. Fashon to kick it off to Scott and Shepard. This one goes to Jared Scott. Jared Scott bounces it to the outside. He's still on his feet. Makes a couple moves and goes down. He gets out past the 40-yard line.
Good return by Scott. Special teams on both sides have not had great coverage tonight. And however, some of that is the running backs who've been able to run it back. In this case, Scott now gives his team good field position. And that last touchdown was something else that Hale broke through like that, but they'd been setting him up. They've been setting up the Titan defense for that.
Fashaw and the Lakeshore offense trying to answer. There's Ducree.
Ducree was hit in behind the line of scrimmage. He still makes 4 yards.
Carrying those guys for a 4-yard gain, like you said. But you're so right, going back to that touchdown, the linebackers have been creeping up. And when Hale had that free release from the line, I mean, he just took off with everything he had. Great pass by Vic Nair to hit him on the run. And the rest, it's a tie ball game.
In Pearl River's offense, like you said earlier, off camera, that might be his one target of the night. Hale better make the best of it, and he did.
Got to make it count. Here comes the option play to the right. Fashion's going to hold on to it. Wow, he is quick and gets inside Pearl River territory to the 37-yard line. And that's lethal as they're going forward with Fashion if he continues to play quarterback. And they also have Ducree back there. Fashion's a freshman. Ducree's a sophomore. I mean,
dangerous, very dangerous, because he can run, he can throw. I mean, he's only going to get better. And he's already, I'm telling you, if I didn't know any better, he'd been playing 2 or 3 years, easy.
And he just, you look and you don't think, that's not prototypical quarterback size. But right now, he's playing it well. They bring Scott in motion. They might throw the screen. No, this time Fashion's going to keep it. Fashion gets out 3-4 yards.
And to me, he almost seems what he's doing is effortless. You know, he's got great command of his body and what he's able to do, and throwing and running. And I noticed on that last run there, he did a good job of staying behind his blockers. He didn't outrun his blockers. Sat on the inside hip of a blocker, was able to get more yardage than probably normally would have gotten.
Sign of maturity right there. Zach Swanson was on the tackle. Fashion with Ducree. Getting the linebackers creeping up. Trips left. They hand it off to Ducree, who makes a cut right up the middle. And they're going to take him down from the backside. Does number 4, Armando Gudeman.
Hey, I would say that defensively, Pearl River has just not figured out how to stop this Titan offense. They are getting big yards.
And they're going to take those big yards to the 4th quarter. An incredible game here in Pearl River, where we're all tied up at 27 apiece. Pearl River, Lakeshore, get ready for the 4th. First down at 10. Bunch left. Ducree in the backfield. Fashion, Rex Shepard to the right. They're going to hand it off to Ducree. They seal the left side. Ducree turns it up. He makes a cut inside. Ducree still on his feet. Did he get in the end zone? I think he's certainly inside the 2-yard line. He's down to the 1-yard line.
They went back to that play that they ran for a touchdown, I think on their second play of the game. I don't know if it was the second or the 4th
It was one,
play.
You're right.
One of the 2 times they had two play drives, they handed the ball off in that little bunch formation, and he ran it all the way into the.
You're right, yeah. Lakeshore started this game. They had 4 offensive plays. 2 of them were for touchdowns. And here we go. 1st and goal. They hand it off to Ducree. He just puts his head down, and that's an easy touchdown right there. Ducree standing up. 11:32 left to go in this 4th quarter. And Lakeshore, man, neither defense is making a stop. The offenses are really putting up points right now. Great job by Ducree. Put it in the end zone. LeBlanc's going to try and put on the extra point. Tiger, I don't think we ever would have expected this type of game.
No, I thought we'd have I knew we were going to have a close game, but I thought it would be something like 21-14 or 21-20.
You're right. These guys are running the football hard, and that's why Lakeshore is up 34-27 here at Pearl River. 11:32 left to go in this 4th quarter. Tiger Edwards, you described it well. It's a barn burner LeBlanc to kick it off from his 40-yard line. Oh, he's got a great kick. I like this LeBlanc guy. There's Jerry Davis, though. Dangerous return man. He tries to take it to the outside. He switches hands, and now he tries to reverse, and he's just eaten up. But it looks like there's going to be a face mask. The penalty flag flew in late, and I think there is going to be a personal foul face mask, so tack on 15 yards to the end of this run.
Davis, that time, good coverage by the Lakeshore Titans in the kicking game, but then they commit the foul by pulling on the face mask. It's going to result in some yards tacked on the end of that run.
You're right. I think they did a nice job of sealing up the middle and not giving any alleys for Davis to run through. They got him to the outside, had the pursuit, but bad penalty right there.
And once again, here's your bad situation for Pearl River. Once again, it's up to the offense. Not that they haven't been doing a good job, but once again, you put it back on the offense to have to come down here to score just to tie it up.
You're right about that. And there goes Pichon to the outside. They really didn't set up that play that time.
No, they came out right away and went away from Bourgeois. To me, you hadn't seen Bourgeois in the last couple of plays, 3 plays, 4 plays offensively. Let's go back to him. Let's go back to what the bread and butter is. They'll go back to him here. This is my prediction. All right, pick up a 3 there, 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, they've been meticulous when they get the ball. Nice job of sticking to their game plan. McNair under center, Roberson, Bourgeois, Pichon, wing right. They give it to Bourgeois this time. He cuts it up. Tackle made. Jared Scott along with James Harkin.
Good run right there. Puts it in 3rd and short, which the Pearl has been in most of the night. Have been able to move the football. Stats for both teams, yardage-wise, will be pretty high.
There's no doubt about that. As Vicnair is under center, gives it off to Bourgeois. I mean, you can't stop that.
No, 1st down.
1st down. You know what's something interesting? We're under 10 minutes to play here in this 4th quarter. There's only been 1 punt in this game, and that was by Pearl River. Lakeshore has yet to punt the football.
Wow.
Pearl River has punted once. But it's not like some of the teams that we see in prep football where they constantly go for it on 4th down. I mean, these teams have made gutsy calls on 4th, but that's not really their game plan. If they had to, they would punt the football.
Right.
What's interesting, Bourgeois just came off the field. That's something to note. They hand it off inside to Roberson. And that's going to be a big blow to Pearl River if Bourgeois can't get back out there.
That, to me, would be huge. 2nd down and 9. Training staff chatting with Bourgeois right now. 2nd down, 9.
We'll see what we can gather. Vicnair from the 47-yard line. He rolls out, and now he's going to try and throw across his body. And very fortunate, Jared Scott didn't pick that one off. He was looking for his man, Larry Hale. He had that last touchdown.
Like you said, he kind of threw across his body. He didn't really. When you roll to your left, you have to pull your back right shoulder back so that you can square to the line of scrimmage to deliver that ball, and he didn't do that. That one kind of floated on him, and luckily it wasn't picked off. 3rd down and 9.
This is a big 3rd down. They might have to roll Vicnair out again and pass the football. Bourgeois still sitting on the bench. They try to go back to that play where they have Pichon on the inside. Jared Scott makes a great attempt at a tackle, but not enough.
Wow, second effort right there. Just may have got him the first down. Wow.
Very close.
That was, I thought that one was stopped for sure. Now we're going to have another measurement, I believe.
You know, I said Jared Scott's name because I thought he made a great tackle to save that first down. And he was there, but Pichon was too strong for the arm tackle.
My guess is it's short from this angle.
It does look short. But knowing Coach Thomas, 8:44 left to go in this game. They're down 7. I think he's going to keep the football in the offensive hands. We'll see how close it is. It's about a little more than a football's length.
Meanwhile, Bourgeois off the bench and going to be back in the game.
That's good to have him back in the game. He's been a big player for Pearl River, obviously. He's really got the tough yards in the trenches. But just for the integrity of the game, we've seen such a great football game. I mean, Lakeshore is 0-5, Pearl River is 1-4, but both teams are giving it their all.
You'd think this was a state championship here. That's the kind of caliber of play we've had.
Under the Friday night lights, clock is underway. Vic Nair steps up to the line. They go back to the quarterback sneak.
I think he's going to get it.
I think he is.
I think he got the favor of the spot right here. I'm not saying he didn't make it. I just couldn't tell. But the spot looks pretty good from here.
Yeah, the near line judge is going to give him, he's going to give him plenty enough for the first down.
Sergeant Rogers said, let me look at it again. Let's just make sure. To me, it's enough.
Bring the chain gang back out.
Better safe than sorry, says Sergeant Rogers.
I mean, isn't it a bit surprising to you the way that Lakeshore has struggled this year? You think they're missing? Well, obviously they're missing out Damian Riles, who went on to play at ULL. He's a Division I caliber player, but it does seem a tad surprising.
Well, I think they've been bitten by the injury bug. They played some tight games early against some good, 5A teams, and when you don't win, you don't have success. It's, mentally that wears on you.
It's a good point. To get it back to Bourgeois between the tackles. I think the other thing that's wearing, at least looking to this game, and you mentioned it earlier, was Bourgeois and any of these Pearl River running backs getting that 3 to 4 yards a carry. It really does something mentally to the defense because it's just consistent. It's not really a big knockout punch, but it's a consistent jab, and I feel like it's getting under the skin to some degree of Lakeshore that they can't stop the 3 to 4 yards pickups.
And they got to figure out a way here.
Here's Penton. Penton off the left side. I like Penton right there, going right at the teeth of the defense.
Lowered his shoulder and drove right through. Going to bring up 3rd and short again.
I think he learned that from his senior teammates. Right there, he was staring at 2 Lakeshore defenders. And instead of trying to bounce it to the outside and make a pretty move, he just goes right for it and gets him a short 3rd down, which is where Pearl River has really thrived tonight.
Smart play on his part.
Heavy front for Lakeshore.
They
3rd
come
down.
left side. Yeah, there goes Bourgeois, Brent Bourgeois. And Lakeshore right at the last minute there shifted the linebacker over there so they have an extra guy. And when that happened, I thought, they're going to shut down that play. But you know what? Bourgeois found an opening and went right through it. 1st down, Rebels. Ball out to the 27-yard line. 6:46 to go in this one.
And Lakeshore's defense, they've got to be being physically worn down because the offense scores so quickly, and they're right back on the field with another long drive by Pearl River. They get it off to Bourgeois again. Bourgeois off the right side.
Yeah, they have, I would venture to guess, and of course we're not keeping these stats, but in time of possession, it would be 2-1, even more maybe, might even be 3-1 in favor of Pearl River. So yes, defensively they're wearing you down. Not only that, the offensive linemen, the offensive, get a certain sense of, look, we're pushing these guys off the ball. They know they can do it, and they know that Bourgeois is going to run hard.
There's Roberson off the right side, makes a great cut. But then he comes right back to the middle. It's going to bring up third down. And what's interesting is just the way that these linemen have heart and are really fighting for their team, because they're not a huge offensive line, 5'9", 5'6", 5'9", 5'8", 5'10". Relatively small, but really fighting for Bourgeois and Roberson and Penton.
Absolutely. That is the key. I think they're outsized, but they're not out-hearted. That's for sure. 3rd and 3.
Off to Bourgeois off the left side. He trips a little bit, but runs a man over. And I think he has the first down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. And we're going to have an injury timeout. 5:08 left to go in this fourth quarter. Lakeshore is up 34-27 here at Pearl River, but the Rebels are driving from the 16-yard line. Jerry Davis in there, wide receiver, since Hale went out. Vic Nair hands it off to Roberson on the right side.
Some good running again.
Yep.
Part of this whole thing, I don't know if you noticed, and I probably should have brought it up earlier, when Roberson gets the ball going east to west, part of the whole thing is they got guys coming and blocking out. And his whole path is to basically then go east to west, take a 90-degree cut and cut it up. And if you watch it here on out, when he gets the ball, that's what he'll do.
We'll see if they go back to it. Second down, around 5. There's Bourgeois. Bourgeois between the tackles, fighting inside the 5-yard line, taken down at the 4. It's going to be 1st and goal.
You know what? One thing that I've noticed that I really like about Bourgeois is that people will make contact, and it seems like he's stopped, but he's not. It's almost like they hit him, and he maybe allows it to take on the hit, and then extends himself. Boom, and he gets extra leverage because the guys think, oh, I got him. Boom. They don't.
You're right. As our old friend Mike Gambrell from Slidell mentions, it's the yak, the yards after contact.
Hey, shout out to the Press Box group.
There's
down
Bourgeois
at Slidell High.
off the left
Here
side, bounces it.
He's
and
in.
it's a touchdown.
Wow.
Brent Bourgeois with 3:52 in this fourth quarter. Another incredible drive, just purging that clock, did Pearl River, and now they're going to have an opportunity to tie it up.
Wow. Once again, I got to have my hats off to the Rebel offense. They've answered the call all night long.
There's no doubt about it. I think it can be disheartening when an offense like Lakeshore scores so quickly, but they've not got away from the game plan. There is the extra point, and he gets it through, and we are tied at 34. Tiger Edwards, phenomenal game here at Pearl River against Lakeshore. 3:52 left. Now to kick it off, Vachon. I feel like we've said that a lot. Squibb right up the middle, taken by Rex Shepard. He bobbles it again and falls on top of it. We saw that earlier.
Right. Had a bobble earlier, but had the ball at the, now they get the ball at the 20-yard line. They got 3:48. They've gone long distances before in short amount of time. Will the Pearl River defense come up with a stop? That is the question.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm interested to see, because if Lakeshore is able to punch some points to the scoreboard, can Pearl River score at enough time? There's 3:48 left to go in this game. It's not really Pearl River's game plan, but Lakeshore, we'll see. Bunch left. Fashaw. He keeps it this time. It goes up the gut. Nice cut to the second level of the defense, out to the 27-yard line. Maybe the 28.
That time they faked the play that scored 2 touchdowns on, and he kept it himself up the middle. So, I mean, that's 6 yards. That's a nice pop. 3:30 to go in this one. Pearl River's got to find it. The same thing that we said about the Titan defense being out there. The Pearl River defense hadn't been out there very long. They should be ready to go. They need to come up with a way to make a stop.
Ducree up the middle. Looks like to the 32-yard line. Is it a first down? Yes, it is a first down. Move the chains with 3:07 left to go in this fourth quarter.
So they get the ball with 3:52 to go, 80 yards away. They pushed it out about 12 yards.
It's interesting watching, two different styles of fighting, in the sense that Pearl River is running this wing T offense, and they just give some jabs down the field and score. And this is like lightning over here for Lakeshore. They score very quickly in this spread offense. Fashaw hands it off to Ducree. That time, great play by Pearl River defense, staying at home at all facets, led by number 4 for Pearl River, Armando Gudeman.
That time, Gudeman and one of the other linebackers walked up outside the ends and came on a blitz and folded in on the play. 2nd down, 9. And we'll see who's dialing up the best play offensively or defensively coming up here. Clock at 2:12 with no thoughts of stopping it at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's ticking, so it's interesting to see. They go empty backfield. Fashaw trips left, twins right. Bring Jarrett Scott in motion. They give it off to Jarrett Scott. And that's a great tackle on the inside by Pearl River. That was number 34. Zach Swanson, the 5'9", 158-pound junior. I mean, they were very close to blocking him in the back. Scott turned it upfield.
He made a good open field tackle, absolutely. 3rd down, $1:35 to go in this one. And it appears to me that Coach Rout is quite happy wanting to go to overtime. Or he's going to call a timeout?
Yeah, it looks like he's over there with the ref.
They're going to wait. That's what he's going to do, let it run down as far as he can and call timeout. 10 seconds. When that referee in the back over here, you can't see him on your screen, raises his hand, that means there's 10 seconds. He's going to take 9 of it and call timeout. Oh, no, timeout.
Timeout, 1:04 left to go in this fourth quarter. And interesting what we'll do here. 34 all, 1 minute left. I'm sort of surprised that Lakeshore is playing it as safe as they are.
I'm not sure that I would have done that. As quickly as they've been scoring, I would have got up, used a timeout or something, but I would have gotten this thing going, 2-minute offense type of thing, and then if I realized I'm not moving it, I think they took too much time, and maybe because he's a freshman and they haven't been able to really school him on the 2-minute drill, they just want to slow it down, and they'll be satisfied to go into overtime and take their chances that way. But personally, I would, the way that they've been moving the football, I've been getting up and let's run a play. Boom, 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 boom. Call a timeout or 2. Hey, both teams have 3 timeouts on the, yeah, you can use the timeout in overtime, but why? You're going to get an extra timeout. To me, use it because you got some, Pearl River's not exactly been stopping you.
Yeah. I mean, I think naturally they have sort of a 2-minute offense in this spread. And here comes a big 3rd down for the freshman, Nathan Fashaw. Freshman quarterback, Ducree's back there. Finally, he looks to his right, throws it up, and that's caught on this near side and going to be taken out of bounds is number 82, Xavier Chapman, who had that touchdown on the post route earlier. Wow, how clutch was that throw?
Nice. He delivered a 3-step drop, turn, and fired out there. Well, I like him. I like him. That's why I'm saying I would have been down to 58 seconds. Well, but then again, what do I know, huh?
Yeah,
I mean, they're scoring pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, now we're down to 58 seconds left in this game, and Fashaw made a great throw out of Chapman's cut, and it gives him a first down at the 45-yard line. And we have a helmet malfunction on the far side of the field. You can't see. We're working on it, and now it's fixed.
Equipment problem, everything straight up.
And now we go. Trips left.
Still think a little too much cushion by the Rebels against the receivers.
Yeah, they're playing some deep safety right now. And this time they go right to the middle, and Ducree is stuffed at the line. He maybe got 1 yard. That's a great tackle by number 15, Russell Lindsay, the 6'1", 183-pound senior.
52.1 seconds to go in this one. We're knotted up at 34, Lakeshore and Pearl River.
Second down and 9. Trips left. Chapman to the right. Ducree in the backfield. Fashaw rolls out to his left. He's going to throw across his body, or is he going to tuck it under? This time he does tuck it, and he gets out of bounds. A more manageable third down. And you know what's interesting? Pregame, watching Austin LeBlanc kick the football, the kicker for Lakeshore, he's got a solid leg. Maybe Coach Rout is playing for something like that.
It might be. Well, right now, the thing that concerns me, I really think the Pearl River defense is giving up way too much room. I think you got to come crowd up a little bit and worry about stopping Lakeshore.
Third down and 3.
They got 3 deep. If this guy just runs, any one of these inside receivers run right up the field, just pop them the ball. Boom, right there. Look, right there.
And that's an easy first down. And so I guess they're not trying to give up the touchdown, but what's interesting, there's 36 seconds left on the clock. It's a first down, so the clock stops momentarily while they get it set. But, I mean, if they get it inside the 20-yard line, I think Coach Rout's going to kick this football. Inside 35 seconds. Clock's ticking now. We're down to 31-30. Fashaw looks left. He throws another quick one out there. Not going to be a first down.
Timeout.
But now we're going to call timeout. 25 seconds left to go. Lakeshore called that timeout. So they go for the quick throw. That was a little more dangerous that time, but duly noted.
Here, I want to go back a second, too. He let that time run down off the clock before he called that timeout, okay? Instead of running into play, run a play, see if you get the first down. He runs that, lets that time run off. That would be time they have on the clock right now. Now they're down to 25 seconds. They've got to get something, because right there you're looking at a 40-yard field goal. You know, I don't know, when there's kind of pressure. Does he have that kind of leg? You saw him pre-game. I mean.
Yeah, I think the issue is not the power. LeBlanc has the leg. Obviously, it's the accuracy. And can you perform in these types of moments, high-pressure situations? But it brings up second down, and we'll see what Coach Rout calls. Does he allow Fashaw to throw the football again?
I don't know. I might run it. They're so far back, I might run it. If you're aiming to kick this, I just might run it, and then call timeout.
It'd be interesting. Fashaw has the legs to run the football. You're right. They have 3 down linemen and 1 linebacker in there. Fashaw with Ducree. They hand it off to Ducree. Does he get to the first down? Yes, he does. And they're going to stop the clock momentarily. 19 seconds left to go. They've got to get up to the line and snap the football. They're taking way too long to look to the sideline.
Unless they're going to try to take a timeout.
And now the clock's going to start. Inside, 17 seconds. Down to 14. This is poor clock management.
They're calling for just to throw it down.
10 seconds, and now they do it with 8 seconds left to go. Well, 8.9, so we'll call it 9 seconds. But that was too much. Tiger, back in your coaching days, is it a word? What is it? What is it that signals that you're gonna just spike it?
Again, the only thing that I can tell you is that, and they're gonna bring on a field goal kicker.
And so we're gonna see Austin LeBlanc, the 5'8", 165-pound senior.
This looks like a 37-yard field goal, and we're gonna have a timeout and ice the kicker.
So ice the kicker with 8.9 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter. We're tied at 34.
Let's go back and think about, again, I want to go back over this whole series there. They let that clock run down and call a timeout on a third down play. Get up and run the play, and then if you have to make up your mind on fourth down, you make them mind up on fourth down. But it just didn't seem that they had a clear idea of exactly what they wanted to do.
I think there's no doubt about it. I think it took way too much time to get the quote-unquote play call in that they were going to spike the football from the sideline. Too much time, and now they run it down and risk, I mean, a 37-yard field goal. It's manageable, but it's a good distance. We're going to get Tyler Timms on the hold. Austin LeBlanc.
This would be huge if this young man will put it through.
Snap. High snap. They get it down.
It's not good.
Good. It is no good. Pearl River holds them. And with 4.5 seconds left to play here in this game, it looks like we're going to overtime.
Wow. Wow. I think, I don't know, because we'll have to see in overtime, but I think that was a little bit of a momentum shift, and I think there was some disorganization about what they were going to do in that whole situation. And Pearl River's got the football. Not that I think they're going to do anything with 4.5 seconds to go, because Lakeshore will have everybody back.
Yeah,
as we can see now lining up.
What's interesting is that the mentality, now we don't know if Lakeshore played it that well, but the mentality that the Rebels played defense, the bend but don't break, keep everything in front, worked.
It did. I was afraid it wasn't going to work. I was afraid one of those guys was going to get the ball out there in space and be able to juke it in.
Yeah, and one thing to note, the snap was high. Timms had to go up and get it by his ear almost and then be able to put it down. Really messed up the timing. And then they give it off inside to Bourgeois, who bounces to the outside. Bourgeois is still going, but we are still going to overtime here at Pearl River Stadium. We're all tied up, 34 apiece. Lakeshore, Pearl River, what a battle. We came here tonight with an oyster. And Tiger Edwards, we opened up that oyster and found a pearl of a game.
Well, we're at the Pearl, so it should be, just like we said, a barn burner. Overtime now.
Wonderful game thus far. We hope the fireworks continue. Pearl River has the ball first in overtime. Vic Nair under center. He's going to take it out on that bootleg, and they have it all bottled up this time. Lakeshore figured that out.
Again, and I think you're about to think the same thing that I'm thinking. They don't set that play up right there in overtime. Go to Bourgeois first.
It's almost like they tried to go for the fireworks we were just discussing. They wanted it all in the first play instead of their game plan, which has been the 3-4 yards, jabs every down.
Here's the thing. Don't stop doing what you've been doing. So
We'll
loss
see.
on the play.
Back to the 14-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 14. Now they're going to give it to Bourgeois. Bourgeois cuts it inside. Bourgeois taking some guys from Lakeshore Titans to the 5-yard line, maybe inside. And gosh, Bourgeois.
He would have taken it in on the first carry, probably.
Probably right. Phenomenal runner. Brings up a 3rd and goal. And it's interesting. That's part of the strategy of overtime, especially for this offensive team. It's very difficult in that, you know, it plays like a normal possession. It's how your coach sees strategy. in how he sees, if I'm close, do I kick the field goal and just take the points? Do I go for it on 4th down? This play is going to mean everything for Pearl River and what they decide to do. Vic Nair, Roberson, and Bourgeois in the backfield. They got to give it to Bourgeois. Bourgeois cuts it inside.
What
Touchdown.
a run. What a run. Just finds the seam. Just do it. See, get away from the nothing fancy. Don't go for the fireworks. Give the ball to Bourgeois. Give the ball to Bourgeois. Okay, they were going to have 4 downs to try to score in some kind of way, and now Lakeshore, the game's not over. Lakeshore is going to get 4 downs to try to tie it up.
There'll be an opportunity to match it. As the extra point in, it is. And so Pearl River put 7 up, 41-34, and now Lakeshore has their opportunity to match in overtime.
Okay, coming out, Lakeshore's got the ball for there. They got 4 chances to tie it up.
Fashon, he's going to keep it this time. Is he going to cut it in? Yes, he will. Nathan Fashon, touchdown right out the gate. Incredible.
One play. But that's been the story of the whole game, right? One team takes a long time to score. The other one just takes a little time to score. But guess what? They got to make the extra point right here.
You're right. They do have to make the extra point. And it was a poor snap on that field goal where they wanted to win it. That cost them that game-winning field goal. Now they're going to take a timeout. 41-40, extra point ensuing here at Lakeshore, Pearl River.
Are they going to go for 2?
I think they're going to go for 2.
They are going to go for 2 to win it.
Here's Fashon with Ducree, and now we're going to get
a timeout.
Timeout from Pearl River.
I was thinking if they came with the kicker, call timeout and ice the kicker again.
Yeah, and it seems like they would have gone for that. And there seems to be some confusion. The ref called for a timeout. Coach Thomas did not want a timeout. So it's almost like a free timeout in the sense that Lakeshore is on that sideline right now, and they can't be doing that.
Right. And
they're going to come back.
And I think right there, the referees did not do a good job of getting them back out of the huddle.
No, there wasn't a whole lot of pressure right there. So
no,
we'll see.
They didn't even run over there to get them. They just motioned with their arm. So big play. Look for them to run the ball that way, to the left.
To the far side.
Yeah.
What Tiger says.
And maybe even quarterback keep it.
Here's Fashon.
Which he is
Sprint
doing.
to the left. Can he get to the
comes
sideline?
Up!
Does he get in?
He
no, he's not in. Pearl River wins.
Pearl River wins. Wow! Wow! Unbelievable!
What a stop right there in overtime. Lakeshore, they wanted to go for the victory, and instead Pearl River comes up huge. Huge. Incredible victory. Incredible game, Tiger Edwards. 41-40. Pearl River takes this one at home against the Lakeshore Titans. Take it away.
I've seen it too many times before. Oh my goodness. That beats them all right there. I've seen a lot of games that beats them all. Whoever made that play on that far sideline, pat him on the back. Unbelievable. Like to send our thank yous out to the people that brought you this great ball game. Pearl River escapes at home. Like to thank those people that brought you the game, starting with our superintendent, Mr. Trey Foles, our director of broadcasting, Dr. Melody Swang. Sideline camera tonight, as always, Rhett is sharp. Above us, cameraman, editor, and coordinator of Channel 13, Dave the Ray Williams. Alongside me, Andrew Franzella, Charles Tiger Edwards. Good night. God bless. You be good. This oyster brought a pearl.
And you're leaving the prep zone.